I wanted to boost my testosterone and energy levels naturally. This is the exact breakfast that I would have every single day. And I seriously believe that if you just copy this exact breakfast that I'm going to show you, you're not only going to improve your testosterone and your energy, you're going to improve your insulin sensitivity, you're going to decrease your cortisol levels, you're going to improve your body composition, burn fat, build muscle, and overall change all your metabolic markers. So just feel free to copy this and do exactly what I'm going to show you, because it's super easy, super sustainable, and you're going to see how delicious it is. So without further ado, let's dive right in. What I'm going to show you here doesn't need to be necessarily breakfast. So it's not like you wake up and you eat this. For example, today it's almost 12 p.m. and my last meal was yesterday at 9 p.m. So I'm fasting. Why? I didn't work out, I didn't move enough, so I'm just here recording, talking with you guys. And what I'm going to show you is basically a meal that you can have. You don't need to wake up at 6 and have this meal at 7. So it all depends. It doesn't even need to be breakfast. Breakfast is the meal where you break the fast. This meal can be your lunch. This can be in the afternoon at 4 or 5 p.m. It's low carb. It's insulin friendly, and it will give you steady energy, and it has all the micronutrients necessary in order to boost your health, boost your testosterone levels, and to optimize your energy. So feel free to place this meal whenever you want. If you wake up at 6 and you want to eat at 7, that's fine. If you want to fast for 4 or 5 hours, that's totally fine as well. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to tell you the foods, the benefits of each one of them, and how you can combine them together. The first one that we're going to start, and it's a basic one that you are probably expecting, is eggs. Eggs are basically the foundation for everything. Now, eggs, you want to make sure that you eat the yolk, because it's the yolk that will give you the vitamins, the minerals, and basically this is what I call a natural multivitamin. You want to make sure that you eat at least 3 eggs. Of course, it will depend on the amount of calories that you need, the protein that you need, but just for you to understand something, eggs are great for vitamins and minerals. They are not great for protein. A lot of people say these are great sources of protein. Yes, it has protein. It doesn't have a lot of protein. Chicken, turkey breast, steak, whey protein, they all have way more protein than eggs. One egg has around maybe 4 or 5 grams of protein, perhaps 6, depending on the size. So it's a great source of minerals, vitamins, great for energy, great for testosterone as well, because of the cholesterol. And the cholesterol in it is exactly what's going to help you boost your testosterone. So make sure that you eat 3 eggs per day, 2 or 3 per day, even 4 per day. I eat 4 eggs per day, but with the yolk, because again, that's what's going to support your energy, your testosterone, and your hormonal function. So this is how we're going to start our breakfast. So we're going to add here 3 eggs for breakfast to start our perfect meal to boost testosterone levels. After that, what we're going to be doing is add some egg whites. Okay, so here, egg whites, you don't want to have only egg whites and not eat the yolk. Again, you saw that I added 3 eggs, and now what I'm going to do is I want to boost a little bit more protein content, so I'm going to add some egg whites. Personally, what I do is I add 100 grams of egg whites on the top of the 3 eggs, and this will give me around 30 to 35 grams of protein. Sometimes I put 150 grams of egg whites, sometimes only 100 grams. On average, 100 grams. So I add 100 grams on the top of the egg whites. So I do scrambled eggs or just fried eggs with the egg whites on the top. This will boost protein content. And now you're asking, is this going to boost testosterone? No, this does not boost testosterone. What it does is it benefits your lean muscle. And by benefiting lean muscle, by improving your lean muscle mass, it will sustain your energy because it will give you more support. So it's not like what I'm giving you is boosting your testosterone levels. They will indirectly support testosterone levels. If you have more protein, if you have more muscle, you're more likely to have better strength, more testosterone, and more energy. So this indirectly supports your energy and testosterone levels. So make sure you add 50, 100, 150 grams of egg whites. Again, it all depends on the amount of protein that you want to have on a daily basis. I suggest on average 100 grams is a sweet spot, at least for me, but you're free to change that according to your numbers. Which brings me to the next one, which is a personal favorite, cottage cheese. This is a great source of protein. This one has actually, this one is full fat, but you have a lot of options that are low fat. This has a little bit more, so per 100 grams gives me 100 calories. It gives me 13 grams of protein, and I always have 100 grams of cottage cheese along with my breakfast. And again, this is the same as with the egg whites. A lot of protein, but it's not going to directly boost your testosterone. But as you see, from 100 grams of this and 100 grams of this, you have around 23 grams of protein. Plus the eggs were already around 45 grams of protein, and I still didn't even finish what I'm going to show you. As you see, you already see where I'm going with this, which is having high protein in your diet, especially the first meal. 40 to 60 grams of protein will ensure that you're not going to have cravings, and it will support lean muscle, directly supporting your testosterone and energy levels. Because the problem that I see nowadays is that people are eating toast and bread and butter and orange juice for breakfast, and the problem is that it's just carbs. You don't have enough protein, and by not having enough protein, in 30 minutes or 1 hour, you're going to have an energy crash, you're going to be hungry, and it's not going to fuel your muscle, and that will destroy your energy and your testosterone levels. And by having these type of foods, high protein, this will satiate you, it will fuel your muscle and directly support your testosterone levels. Which brings me here to the next one, which is Greek yogurt. 150 grams of Greek yogurt. Again, this has 13 grams of protein. So as you see, like all of these things that I just showed you, almost 60 grams of protein, super easy. Now, Greek yogurt is a great source of probiotics. Probiotics means it's great for gut health. So besides being a great source of protein, it supports your digestion, satiety as well. Great for gut microbiome. So you want to ensure as well that you have Greek yogurt. And by the way, what I'm saying here, you can combine all of these, but you don't need to combine all of these. So you can have all of these separated. You can have in the morning eggs, and then in the afternoon and in the evening Greek yogurt. It's totally fine. For the sake of this video, I am combining all the foods in one meal, which is, by the way, what I do 90% of the days. I keep it boring, okay? So in order for you to get the results that you want, physically, mentally, everything, you know that everything is boring, right? If you want to succeed in business, you need to embrace the boring, repetitive stuff. If you want to grow muscle, you need to embrace the boring, repetitive reps, the same exercises over and over. I believe the same thing with meals. I'm not changing my meals all the time. I keep it boring. I keep it more or less the same, 80 to 90% of the same, with small variations here and there. But this is exactly my breakfast. Like, let's say, I would say 90% of the days I eat these all the time. Greek yogurt. Now, next one. This is a big one. Now, don't overdo this, okay? And you know that I'm a big fan of this, which is Brazil nuts, all right? Brazil nuts, 2 or 3 Brazil nuts per day. Now, this is a great source of healthy fats and selenium. Selenium is a precursor of testosterone. You don't want to eat more than 2 or 3 Brazil nuts per day because high levels of selenium are toxic to your body. So the sweet spot is, I believe, 1 Brazil nut or 2 Brazil nuts will give you more than 100% of the amount of selenium that you need on a daily basis. So you don't need a lot of Brazil nuts. So 2 or 3 Brazil nuts per day. Great source of selenium. It will directly support your testosterone levels, and besides that, it has healthy fats that will as well support your testosterone levels. And one more thing, as you see, I'm emphasizing the fats in the egg yolk, the fats in the cottage cheese, and also the fats in the Brazil nuts. Why? Because for you to produce more testosterone, to have steady energy, you cannot go low fat. You need moderate to high fat, because again, it's the fat content, healthy fats, of course. We're not talking about trans fats of cookies and pastries and processed foods and all these things. We're talking about, for example, these type of fats of nuts, macadamia nuts, Brazil nuts, from cottage cheese, from the egg yolk. These type of fats will help you produce testosterone. It will give you steady energy, and it will optimize your hormones. Because I see these people are, especially guys, they're cutting on fats. They think fats are harmful. Fats are not harmful. If you decrease a lot your fat intake, it will compromise your energy and it will compromise your testosterone levels. So don't go low fat. Next one, and I'm sure you're not expecting this, which is arugula. A lot of antioxidants, and it supports nitric oxide. Nitric oxide basically supports blood flow. And if you improve blood flow, you're more likely to have more energy, better testosterone, and even great for men, if you know what I mean. So arugula, great source of antioxidants, vitamins. I don't eat these every day, perhaps maybe twice a week, 3 times a week. I like to have as well along with my eggs and cottage cheese. So make sure you get your arugula. Great to reduce inflammation in your body. And if your body is highly inflamed, like sleep deprived and with seed oils and inflamed, you're more likely to have low testosterone. And arugula lower inflammation in your body and improve blood flow. So make sure you get your arugula. The last one, which is a high quality olive oil. And what I do here is I like to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the arugula. And why is that? Olive oil, again, talking about fats, great source of polyphenols, monounsaturated fats. It's anti-inflammatory and supports health. These are the 3 main benefits of olive oil. And if you combine olive oil on the top of the arugula, you have literally the perfect combination to boost testosterone levels. Now, make sure that you just with olive oil, or perhaps 1 tablespoon maximum of olive oil. Just bear in mind that olive oil is calorie rich, so you want just a little bit of olive oil, drizzle, or a tablespoon, not more than that, because it has a lot of calories and you can easily be in a calorie surplus if you add a lot of olive oil. So minimal effective dose approach. What's the minimum that you need to do in order to get the maximum result? A tablespoon, more than enough. What I just showed you here can literally be a game changer for you. Not only for testosterone, for energy, but also for your body composition. Why? Because I'm going to give you one example. If you eat, here we have around what I told you, in terms of the portions, you have around like 600 calories. If you eat a slice, if you eat one bread, if you eat a couple of nuts, and if you eat a package of cookies, I'm going to even give you an example so that you have an idea. You see what we have here? We have 1 brioche, we have a small package of cookies, and we have a couple of nuts here. This thing, you know how many calories here? 500 calories and 9 or 10 grams of protein. What's going to happen with this is that even though the amount of calories is roughly the same of all of this, as you see, this meal, of course it depends on the portion size, but I told you 150 grams of this, 100 grams of these, 3 eggs, egg whites, and this meal here will give you around 500 to 600 calories. This one will give you the same. Okay, so we're talking about 500 calories here, 500 calories here as well. And what is the difference? This one gives you 9 or 10 grams of protein, energy crash, no testosterone support, and you're going to be hungry in 30 minutes or 1 hour. This one will fully satiate you. You're not going to crave anything. You're going to be full for 4 or 5 hours. It will support testosterone and it will give you all the nutrients, vitamins and minerals that you need. So this is for you to understand the importance of not just calories in, calories out, but also the importance of the quality of the calories that you put in your body. Eating this is not the same as eating all of this. Same amount of calories, completely different nutritional profiles, and this matters